Always hearing people in my DMs and the comments saying, James, how can we help support the show? Is there anything wanting you to do more content? And I would be transparent. We ask for things like comments and likes in the show, and it's always to get engagement and get the community rolling. But a like sometimes is a little bit self-serving. Why is that? Well, YouTube takes the like very seriously. So liking a show, it's a vote of confidence to YouTube. It's saying, hey, this is a good show. They don't really know how attractive the host is, how much his microphone costs, whether there's graphics. YouTube really has a tough time, knowing any of that. So they rely on the audience. How much do you watch? Do you comment? Do you like the video? So vote of confidence to YouTube. Then they'll say, okay, cool. This guy liked it. He's a Michigan fan. We're going to show this video to other Michigan fans. So it helps. Then it helps put it in the YouTube feeds of other Michigan fans. And frankly, we're a business. We've got to make money. The more likes, the more audience, of course, the better sponsorship deals we can get. So we can have more staff and allow it to have more studio times to build these shows. So if you like the show, if you want to help out, always, every time you watch, just hit like and, make sure you send the video to your friends. All right, we are going to go over the 2022 Michigan football depth chart after spring practice, all coming up in the Michigan Football Report from Chat Sports right now. The Michigan Football Report is presented by Manscaped. Make sure you go to manscaped.com. Use promo code GOBLUE for 20% off, folks. They have shampoo, conditioner, body wash, and deodorant. I have taken my Manscaped game up another level. It's no longer just trimming down there. It's a whole body experience. Believe me, the ladies love it. My wife came in and was like, that is amazing smelling stuff you got going on there. So thank you to Manscaped. All right, we are going to talk my projected defensive depth chart. And I've seen a lot of folks out there putting out like their post-spring depth charts, and they're not including guys who were like injured for spring and all this different stuff. I think those are a waste of time. So I am only looking at this from the perspective of what do I expect Michigan to line up the two deep to be like when they take on Colorado State September 3rd in the Big House Michigan Stadium. So let's take a look on the defensive line who I have in the two deep. Some of these are new names for you guys, right? Some of these are names that you have not really heard of or weren't big recruits. Taylor Upshaw, Mike Morris. Now, I only really consider two of these guys, Chris Jenkins and Mazi Smith, in the middle as the true defensive linemen because Upshaw and Mike Morris are going to have their hands, they're going to be standing up. They're going to be standing edges like Ojabo, like Hutchinson, where most of last year Michigan kind of running a 2-4-5 kind of defense, where they've got 5 defensive backs, 4 linebackers. So you could consider Upshaw and Morris linebackers in this system. Jalen Harrell, Rashawn Trap Money Benny, George Rooks, and Braden McGregor, who's been around for a while, hasn't really done much, but people are expecting some things of him going forward. From the classes, redshirt sophomore for Jenkins, and then Mazi Smith, obviously redshirt junior, Mike Morris, redshirt sophomore. So let's kind of talk about the defensive line a little bit more, but I want to ask you guys this question. Who on Michigan's defense from last season do you think will be the toughest to replace? It's pretty simple. The 3 guys that everyone should be thinking about: David Ojabo, Aidan Hutchinson, or Daxton Hill. Go down in the comments, type D-O, A-H, or D-H. Which of those guys will be the toughest to replace for this 2022 Michigan football defense? I mentioned Manscaped at the top of the show. I don't like giving ad reads if I don't actually like and use the product, and that is the case with Manscaped. I love it. I use it all the time. I was using their products for the last 3 years, shaving up down below, shaving here and there. But now they've launched this ultra premium collection. It is amazing, folks. Shampoo, conditioner. It smells great. It really does. As I said, my wife came in. She's like, that smells terrifically well. Also, have this body spray, right? You do a little workout. You're walking. You're outside sweating. One of these things. Deodorant and lip balm. Pretty damn good lip balm, Marsh. You using this one yet? I've been using it a lot there. So Ultra Premium Collection, all that stuff, only $40. Use the promo code GOBLUE when you check out. Go to manscaped.com. Support our sponsors, support the show, and really support yourself because you're going to be, attracting. What's the term? You attract more bees with honey. Okay, Manscaped. That's just honey for the honeys, believe me, or the men in your life, whatever you want to play it. So go support Manscaped. Get the Ultra Premium Collection. Let's take a look at the linebackers. Junior Colson, I think he's going to be the star and the breakout of this defense this year. I'm expecting an all Big Ten year from him. The man out of the state of Tennessee, a top 100 recruit in 2021, started 7 games as a freshman. And then Nikhai Hill-Green, the guy whose role he stole. Right? Remember, Green started the first 4 or 5 games of the 2021 season, and then Colson came in and really took a little bit of that thunder there in with Josh Ross. Khalil Mullings, he's coming into his junior year. He'll be a backup, and then Michael Barrett has made a big impact. Has been a starter in this program. It's kind of been passed over by other guys, but I expect him to still be a high-level contributor on the defense and on special teams in his 5th season. But the breakout star, I believe, in 2022 for this defense is going to be Junior Colson. 7 starts at the linebacker position last year. As I said, overcame, wasn't the starter at the beginning of the year and worked his way into the defense. And you could tell if you had, it's one of those things where the first time when I was at the Florida-Michigan game in 2017, there were instances where you knew Devin Bush was starting and he knew he was in the lineup, but you'd be like, who the hell is that guy? Who's number 10 again? Oh, Devin Bush. Oh, yeah, I remember him. He's starting. He was a freshman last year, made some plays on special teams. Kind of Junior Colson, although Colson did get more playing time as a true freshman. So I think Colson can have that kind of impact over the next 2 years. So he is my breakout star for the entire defense, let alone the linebacking position. All right, I came across this YouTube channel a few months ago. Wasn't really too concerned about them because they don't have a ton of Michigan football content, but it's kind of irritating that I saw their subscriber numbers, right? This is a full-time business. They put all their content on there. 23,000 subscribers, Woodward Sports. I probably actually give them a free ad read, so I guess that's my bad there. But they've got shows, Lions shows and Red Wings and Pistons and Michigan State and yada, yada, Tigers. But they've got more subscribers than we have, and I can't handle that. I refuse to let another Michigan Detroit channel beat us, and I'm sure they have good content, but if you subscribe to them, just unsubscribe so we can get that number to go down and subscribe to us. But if you like what we do here, a competitive guy here. We got to beat them. I'm going to give myself 3,000. We can catch up by the football season, 4.5 months away. So go ahead and subscribe. It is youtube.com/MichiganTV. Let's go over to the secondary. Another position that is replacing just a ton of talent, right? You lost Vincent Gray. You lost Brad Hawkins. You lost Daxton Hill. 2 of those 3 guys left for the NFL early. Rod Moore, another guy who got playing time and ended up being a starter as a true freshman who was a low 3-star. Hell, he probably was actually more like a 2-star coming out of high school. He ended up starting a handful of games down the stretch, but Moore missed the entire spring. He has been injured, so it'll be interesting to see if he's recovered. I fully expect him to. But DJ Turner and Jimon Green, who's returning for his 5th year, a lot of rumors that Green might transfer. He's been a starter, but he'll get back into the starting lineup as passed up by Turner last year. But how about the nickel position, folks? How about Mike Sainristil? Came into Michigan as a defensive back 3 seasons ago, but played wide receiver right out of the gate. Got a ton of playing time. Was a starter, rotating in and out as a starting position. And now, with Michigan having as many as 8 different wide receivers that can make an impact this upcoming season, Sanders was kind of just wanting to get in the field, so I expect him to play both ways, but coming out of spring practice, I've got him as my starting nickel, right? I don't necessarily think he's going to be on the field at all times, but I do expect him to get 20 to 40 snaps, just kind of, it's a wide number, I guess, but I do expect him to be on the field a lot, not every single play, but I think he is going to be a contributor on defense for this Michigan football team. So keep it out for Mike Sainristil. Might be a game where he intercepts a pass and catches a touchdown pass from the offensive position, so I'm excited to see what becomes of that. Now, question for you guys. Let's have this conversation with a friend who's a Michigan football fan. Outside of Charles Woodson, right? So you can't just cherry pick and make it Woodson. Who's the best Michigan cornerback of all time other than Woodson? Let me know in the comments and make a case for your guy, right? This player because of why, right? Some guys I jotted down here. Marlon Jackson, Leon Hall, Ty Law, Jordan Lewis. Remember the Air Jordan catch against Wisconsin? That was amazing. David Long, Lavert Hill over the last few years have had all Big Ten seasons, all-American seasons even for most of those guys. So let me know. I'm kind of, I guess, Ty Law. Maybe I'm a little more slanted because of his NFL career is probably better than any of these other guys. I'm going to go with Ty Law, but let me know what you guys think. Best Michigan quarterback of all time. So if you're an old head, want to go back to the 50s, you can do that. Let me know down in the comments. And while you're down there, want to know, it's customer service month here at the company. Would you recommend this show to a friend, to a Michigan football fan? So let me know. You can type YN, you can type yes or no. If it's no, What can we do to earn that recommendation, that trust from you, that you would send this to a friend? Certainly open to doing more or different content that would make someone who's just watching the show that might type N change their mind. So let me know, would you recommend this show to another Michigan football fan? Type Y or N. Last but not least, we're just including these guys with the defense because we don't want to do a whole show on special teams. So special teams goes in with the D. Jake Moody, Brad Robbins, as I get like, did you say the D? I saw that I from producer Marshall on my screen. And he's like, what do you say about the D? Jake Moody, Brad Robbins, might be the best kicker-punter combo in all of college football going into this year. Moody could have left for the NFL, probably be on an NFL roster. Robbins, the best punter in the Big Ten last year. And I've got Blake Corum. I think they'll have a lot of different guys. Roman Wilson there at the kickoff returner. They usually have two guys back there, but I think Corum will be the primary one. Andrel Anthony is a name to keep an eye out from punt returner because it was Ronnie Bell's position last year, got hurt, and they rotated a bunch of different guys in there. I never felt A.J. Henning or some others. I was never confident that they weren't just going to fumble. So Andrel Anthony is getting some reps back there. I expect him to be the starter at the punt returner position in the opening game. All right, last question of the day. What other YouTube channels do you guys watch? I'd be pretty interested to find out who's doing it right, who's capturing your attention, and why. Because I want to, make sure you're only watching us. But I understand that people watch a bunch of different stuff. I'll give a few. I don't want to give shout-outs here, but from what I'm seeing on YouTube, they're saying my audience follows the Michigan Insider. That's Scrub Sam Webb. The Wolverine by Michigan Football and Basketball. I think that's on3wolverine.com. Michigan Sports Talk, the Big Ten Network, Lions Talk with Micro Mike. There you go. Look at that. Bussin' with the Boys, Chat Sports, Michigan Podcast. Those are like the 15 or so channels that you guys watch. But let me know, is YouTube, are they lying to me? Are they telling the truth? Go down and comment which other YouTube channels you get your Michigan football information from. All right, that's our shows for this week. Enjoy your Easter weekend, and we'll be back with more Michigan football report next week. Until then, go Blue.